No more changing stations, you came to the right place. Turn off your televisions, they'll just get in the way. It's time to get to the point on 107.3. Ike's is on the air with locals only.
Central Kentucky's rock station is 107.3 The Point. Sunday night, locals only. Nick Peay at studio. What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Saw you at the Heartland Festival, and I said, you know what? You need to come on my show and do this. You do some original music, and tell us a little bit how you got started as playing the guitar. Why don't we start there?
Man, I've been playing music as long back as I can remember. I remember being a little kid and had a Cookie Monster piano, and I knew that my dad played guitar.
Okay.
And he had one, and it was under my parents' bed, and it was always kind of like the cool thing to get out Dad's guitar and look at it because I didn't know what to do with it.
Okay.
And so finally, somewhere around 7th, 8th grade, 13, 14 years old, I was like, man, I got to learn to play this thing. And so I said, Dad, I want to learn to play guitar. And he said, okay, cool. He said, come here, I'll show you something. So we sat down and he goes, there's a C, there's a G, there's a D. Here's the guitar, here's a chord book. Have fun. So I was kind of on my own from there, but I think it worked out all right.
Yeah. So you just kind of took an interest in that. I thought, it's motivation to get chicks with the guitar, you know.
Right.
I mean, God, in high school, high school, playing in a band, I sang in a band in high school. I don't sing anymore. I think that was my pure motivation behind it. I don't think there was anything else behind it at all. So, songwriting, what do you like to write most of the time?
Man, I write all sorts of stuff. I go back and forth between I like to write story songs, so I like to create characters and put them in a situation and sort of figure out how they're gonna deal with that situation or get out of that situation. I like doing that. I like writing, of course, personal songs too.
Okay.
The emotion comes through sometimes. So I'll just I'll do whatever, whatever comes to mind. The stack of records that I listened to as a kid for influence were numerous, and so there's lots of different, everything from Led Zeppelin to Simon and Garfunkel, and then some old country, and it's all there. So a mix of it comes out some way, one way or another.
Okay. Feels Like Home. Tell me a little bit about this, how the song came out.
Feels Like Home is kind of my homage to Ear Ecstasy in Louisville. I had been a very long time patron of the store, and was very fortunate enough to be able to work at the store for a little bit before it closed, and it was a really tough thing to deal with, and so I just loved the store and everybody there, and the song just kind of came out one day, and it's sort of the different facets of my involvement with the store, whether as a customer, whether as an employee, or as someone who went back one last time to sort of say goodbye. But it became about how, regardless of how you fit into, the store, it always felt like home, like a good place to be, like where you belonged.
Okay.
So
let's check it out. It Feels Like Home. It's Nick Peay at Locals Only, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point.
I can often smell the dust on the aging cardboard. The cover image faded and frayed. The color label tells of a time that's no more. But among these racks they still have their place. Drops on the spinning wax, it sounds so warm. Some things are hard to face, but inside this place it feels
like home. Starting with a lo-fi riff and the bass comes in slow, while the kick drum pounds the beat of my chest. And now the singer sounds like he's lost and alone. That's how I usually feel at my best. And with my headphones on and my eyes shut tight in my little world, some things are hard to face, but inside this place it feels like home. I get this feeling now when I walk through the door, and the dust it stares like I'm the new face. I stand and talk with ghosts from a time that's no more. My head and heart, they still have their place. I know we're always trying to find our way in this great big world. Some things are hard to face, but inside this place it feels like home.
Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point. Nick Peay live in the studio tonight. Feels like home. Doing some acoustic here for you tonight and enjoying it here. So what else is going on? You playing some shows around that people come out and see you at?
Yes, man. And now I've completely blanked on
where you're going. Where are you going?
I know if you go to the website.
Promote your website. There you go.
nickpaymusic.com. Peay is the last name.
Yeah.
There's a big calendar on the website that's got all the dates listed.
Okay.
I feel like there's something that I'm doing next week, but I just can't remember.
Yeah, that happens.
I don't know. There's some dates in October I know for sure.
Dates of October, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I do. Next Thursday. Next Thursday at Haymarket Whiskey Bar in Louisville.
Okay. Haymarket. Okay. Maybe you're drinking a little too much of that whiskey. Maybe that's the problem. Whiskey will do that thing. See, Scotch would do it to me most of the time. I don't like drink Scotch, man. That's made me forget about lots of things.
Right.
So.
Oh man.
So are you writing some new stuff for a new album at this point?
Yes. I've got a couple of new projects in the work. I've got one that's going to come out in November. It's an EP. It's called Feathers and Fables. It's a lot of the personal type songs that I was talking about, dealing with some situations that I'm in, and a lot of trying to figure out like where I belong and stuff like that, just things that people can relate to. And so that's coming out in November, and then next year I've got a full-length record that I'm working on called Stories About People You May Already Know. And it's a whole bunch of those story songs that I've written, created characters, and they're all people that you probably run into in your life. Like there's a song about a person who's a little too dependent on social media. There's the guy that played in bands for a while and then had to get a job to pay the bills, and so ends up working at a record store. Which
that kind of relates to you.
Sounds like it came from personal experience. But then, so it's a whole bunch of little like vignettes from these characters, and I really like doing that. So at some point next year.
So do you like writing songs like about professions? Is that kind of where some of that stuff goes? I mean, just
kinda. It's kind of interesting. Just kind of whatever strikes me. I wrote a song about. I created this character who enlisted in World War II and goes into battle in World War II. And it's a neat story. My grandfather told me the story about when you signed up, you took a test or something. And if you scored above a certain percentile, you were sent to this training camp. And you were trained to be a second lieutenant, and you were given a group of men to lead in the battle. But the training group was only 90 days, which is not near long enough to train someone to correctly lead men into battle. And so these guys were called 90-day wonders. Unfortunately, a lot of them were killed in battle. So I found that story incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
And so I created this character and put him in that situation.
Okay.
Just see what happens. So it's just all sorts of different things that I hear, stories that I hear, and I create characters based on stuff like that. So.
Okay. How about Fly Away? Tell me a little bit about that. Fly
Away is from Feathers and Fables, coming out in November, and it's about finding yourself in a situation or place that's very familiar, but that may not be the best for you, and sort of getting out of that, sort of moving on, like recognizing that maybe it's time to move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure somebody can relate to that. Let's check it out. It's Fly Away. Nick Peay is locals only, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point.
Scattered patterns of the ending summer's gold make another breaking sound. And now those branches so familiar you call home have let you down, down, down. Choking just for feathers and fables. They only wanna see you broken. Fly away if you're able. Fly away if you're able. These old boughs have left you vulnerably exposed, and no one's gonna save you now. And as the sun gets lazy, brings an early close, you wonder how. Bird in hand is worth choking just for feathers and fables. They only wanna see you broken. Fly away if you're able. Fly away if you're able. Darkness creeps in with a feeling and you agree, 'cause it's one you've always known. branches bare, there's nothing left for you to see. It's time to go, go, go. A bird in hand is worth choking just for feathers and fables. They only wanna see you broken. Fly away if you're able. A bird in hand is worth choking just for feathers and fables. They only wanna see you broken. Fly away if you're able. Fly away if you're able.
It's Nick Peay and the song Fly Away, locals only, Central Kentucky's rock station, 107.3 The Point, and they can hook up with you many ways through the social whatever.
Whatever you do.
Yes.
You can go
Website.
to nickpaymusic.com, facebook.com/nickpaymusic, twitter.com/nickpay. And if you tweeters out there, just
Tweeters.
See,
I don't even have a tweet. I don't have a tweet on my website. I'll tell you, that is something that I have not figured out.
I don't do it that much, and it's just every now and then. And it's funny because I'll see something or hear something and go, oh man, that I should tweet that, and then I just don't. I don't know.
I've seen a couple of the boards where they do that, and it's just like, okay, you get these ones like. I just got out of the shower and ate a bagel. And I'm just like,
right?
You know what? I really don't care.
I just spilled spaghetti sauce on my favorite shirt. Well, that's what you get for being sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a lot of stuff seems like that on there is, I don't know. You can't do too much on there. You can promote something, but you can do the same thing with Facebook. So I guess it's, another tool that somebody else uses that,
There's lots of, I've read lots of different ways to use it. You can do, I'll probably try this before Feathers and Fables comes out, but you can set up some sort of campaign where you can post a song to Twitter, and if people retweet your post, they get to download the song.
Okay.
So
I don't know. All that stuff's very confusing to me.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know. But if you go to nickpaymusic.com, there's tons of links and plenty of other places that you can find me at as well. So.
Okay. Looks Like Rain.
Looks Like Rain. Looks Like Rain is a single that just came out in July, beginning of July, and it's on iTunes and all that good stuff. But if you go and buy it from nickpaymusic.com, there's a couple of bonus tracks that you can get.
Okay.
There's a B-side and then a cover tune that I did on there as well. And Looks Like Rain is it's another sort of personal song, and I always say that it's kind of my like breakup letter with Louisville. Like I love Louisville. It's my city. It's where I've lived most of my life, and I love it. But at the same time, I get so frustrated sometimes. So it's
why do we have to pave over and over again over on top of what they paved last year in Louisville? I don't understand that. I thought they paved all that stuff by the watershed like a year ago, and then they started up and there. I was like,
but so it's a song about trying to figure out what to do in a situation, and so the rain part comes in because I love rain. I really do. It's a really, I always think of it in terms of being a kid and going outside with like sidewalk chalk, like drawing all over the sidewalk, and then it would rain and wash it all away, and I'd have like a clean slate to sort of start again.
Right.
So I know that rain can sort of be viewed as like nasty, and it gets in the way, and some people don't like it, and but there's also like this good side of rain that cleanses things and makes you feel.
You wouldn't
so
grow.
it's-
Nothing would grow if you didn't have rain.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
you know. Remember we had the drought a little while ago.
Right.
Nothing would grow. You wouldn't have any green grass. You know.
So it's the two different sides of a situation, or in the song comparison to rain.
Okay. Well, let's check it out. Thanks for coming in, Nick Peay.
Thanks
Check him
for
out.
having me.
NickPayMusic.com. Looks Like Rain. It is Central Kentucky's rock station. Locals only. 107.3 The Point.
This piece of paper tells you my name, but it don't really say who I am. And this town is full of people like me, but they don't really know who I am. Well, I've half a mind to get in my car and drive to the end of this cloud, where I can find some people like me chasing their own little cloud. It looks like rain, it looks like rain, it looks like rain. I'll write you a letter, sign it with love, but everything's turned to gray. Walk to the mailbox, I changed my mind. You'll never know what I say. It looks like rain, it looks like rain, it looks like rain. It looks like rain, it looks like rain, it looks like rain. I need a haircut, I need a keychain, I need a stopwatch to count the slow change. I need a window to see the ocean. I need a long drive, some emotion. 'Cause this piece of paper tells you my name, but it don't really say who I am. It looks like